melt away. My heart's on a roll, I'm easy in my soul. There's no hurry, no worry, things are going my way. Outside the dark is falling, stars are winking bright. An old hoot owl is calling, everything's alright. Honky tonk moon keeps shining on my baby and me. Honky tonk moon keeps shining on my baby and me.
Celebrating 20 years of Sturgis Cooper Sports. This is KBHB Sturgis, the home of Cooper Sports. KBHB Radio Sports presents Sturgis Cooper Basketball. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Lynn's Dakota Mart, where you'll find the better choices and the better prices. By Flex Fitness and Sturgis CrossFit. Get fit in 2020. We have everything you need to get in your best shape ever. By Scott Peterson Motors, where we want to earn your business. By Castile Auction and Real Estate, your real estate and auction company working for you. By the Caring Eye Doctors of the Northern Hills at Northern Hills Eye Care. By Rocking Tree Floral and Garden Center. Come on in and see what's in bloom. By CBH Co-op, providing ranch, home, and commercial customers with reliable energy, agricultural, and convenience products. By Arby's of Sturgis. At Arby's, we have the meats. And by Quick Mart Sturgis Subs. Get your scooper gear at Quick Mart and check out great subs at Sturgis Subs. Well, good afternoon, everyone. We welcome you into Yankton High School on this Saturday afternoon. It is, can you believe it already, SoDak 16 time. That means one postseason game is all you need to win to get into the State AA Boys Basketball Tournament. This year it is in Sioux Falls, 2 weeks from this week. Gary Matthews, Terry Anderson have made the trip to beautiful Yankton, South Dakota, and it is a gorgeous arena here, and we're ready to bring you your Sturgis Scoopers who go into the SoDak 16, the final seed, 16th seed. For a while there a few weeks ago, Terry and I didn't know if the Scoopers would even get into the postseason. The Scooper girls did not, but the Scooper boys do get into the SoDak 16 tournament, and they have a tough one here. If they want to get to the state tournament, they're going to have to spoil the party for this Yankton Buck team. They're going to have to beat the number one seed, one of the best teams in the state this year in Class AA. In fact, this Yankton team, they won the state basketball championship 2 years ago in 2018. They are poised to do it again this year, Terry, but let's talk about our Sturgis Scoopers first. They come in here having a very tough season, enough to get into the SoDak 16, and they know they're going to have to play a tough game to beat Yankton tonight.
Yeah, the Scoopers come into the game here in Yankton, like you said, the 16th seed, 5-14 on the season, coming off a 4-game losing streak. Their last win on Valentine's Day, they beat Hot Springs, and that was their last win. The Scoopers come in here tonight, 39% field goal shooting, free throws 59%, shooting 27% from three-point range. We could rattle off all these stats to you. What matters tonight here against Yankton, they have some big guns. You've probably heard of Matthew Moore, as he's averaging 20 points a game. He's rewritten the record books here at Yankton High School. He's got the most points in a single season. He's got the most points in a career. And he's only a junior.
He's
got a year left. Hunter Cotros, he is averaging 6 points a game. He's a 6'10" senior for Coach Chris Haynes. And Cooper Corneman, 15 points a game, shooting 77% from free throw land. The Scoopers are going to have to play some really tough defense. They're going to have to double on Matthew Morris, probably focus on Cooper Corneman, and make somebody else beat them here in Yankton.
Like you said, Terry, the Scoopers have got to score some points, though. They're only averaging 49 points per game, but they're giving up 57. That is not going to work against this Yankton team.
Yeah, they have to take care of the basketball. They're giving up 20 possessions a game. 20 turnovers a game is what the Scoopers are averaging. They got to keep that. We always talk about the magic number, keep it below 15. I'd say keep it around 10. Take care of that basketball. Yankton, beat the Scoopers back in Stanley County on January 25th, 58-29. The Scoopers, not a bad game turnover-wise, but they just didn't make shots. Like you said, they're going to have to score points. They're going to have to shoot way above their season percentage of 39%. Just kind of like we saw the Rapid City Central Cobblers come and do to Sturgis last week. They came in and shot over 50% from the field. Scoopers probably need to be up in the 50 to 60% range from the field, make their shots, and then hope Yankton has an off night. Like we talked about, too, they just hope maybe Yankton is looking past them to get to the state tournament. They're looking to get back to their third state tournament in a row. And I heard the announcer next to me here, BJ, from the ESPN station in town. He said the Bucks have unfinished business, is what he said, because last season, if you remember, Class AA, the state tournament, Sioux Falls O'Gorman beat Yankton on a very controversial last-second shot.
We all remember that. Yep.
Went right down to the buzzer, and they did a freeze frame on the O'Gorman player. The ball was in his hands as the buzzer went off.
0-0, yeah.
But it was so close. I mean, the officials have to make a split-second call. And if you watch it real time, it's really hard to see. But, of course, if you freeze frame it, you can see it. And there's nothing, they can't do any kind of review.
There's no instant replay in high school basketball.
No, so these Yankton Bucks, if you could hope that they're looking past Sturgis because they want another rematch with O'Gorman. The Scoopers, though, are going to have to come out and play their best game of the season tonight.
I couldn't agree more. All right, not to make you Coach Bus, but what kind of game do you think the Scoopers are going to need here tonight? Are we looking at more outside shooting here, hopes for the Scoopers, or should we go inside here? I really like to see the Scoopers post Zach Shawn and David Anderson down there. They can get the job done if they can get those two boys open down there to get the easy shots.
Yeah, Yankton does have a little height. Hunter Katros, as I said, a 6'10 senior. Moores is a 6'7 junior. Let me see, Cooper Corneman, 6'2. Michael Moore, 6'4. So height-wise, a little outmatched, I guess, with Katros. But if you can get, you're right, if you can get posted up down low and maybe get Matthew Moores into a little bit of foul trouble, get Katros into some foul trouble, you know, no matter what, the Scoopers are going to have to come out and just shoot the ball extremely well. 39% field goals for the season. They're going to have to be up in the 50 to 60% range to be in this ball game here in Yankton.
And it seems like this Scooper team has been kind of tired here this second half of the season. I don't know what it is. I can't quite put my finger on it, but they just have not played well, especially as a team here. I would really like to see them pick it up here a little bit and come out here and believe they can beat this Yankton Buck team.
Yeah, I think, you know, you go back to the Hot Springs win on Valentine's Day, a 61-28 win. You know, Sturgis outmatched Hot Springs, and then Belle-Fourche came to Sturgis, and they whipped the Scoopers at home, which was a big surprise to me. The Scoopers played Red Cloud pretty well a couple nights later, and then against Stevenson Central. You're right, it just looked like a little bit of a different ball club, like they had lost some of their fire. They're going to have to light a huge bonfire under their buttocks tonight here in Yankton to compete here. This gymnasium, as we talked about, there's no room on the walls here for any more championship banners. I guess they have some over on that east side wall, but the Yankton faithful are here in force, and there's some Sturgis fans here too. But Yankton looking to go back to their third straight state tournament if they can beat Sturgis here this afternoon, this evening.
But I tell you what, though, for these Scooper boys have got to come onto this floor here tonight, and they have got to believe they can beat Yankton. If they fall behind early here, I don't think they can come back.
They have to take care of the basketball, as we said. I don't remember Yankton giving the Scoopers any full-court pressure, but offensively, Yankton is extremely quick. I mean, we saw some of the guard play of some of the Yankton Bucks. Aiden Feeser, a 6-foot junior. Cooper Corneman, deadly three-point shooter. Matthew Moores, can't say enough about the kid. He can do it all. He can post you up. He can shoot the three. He'll rebound, I guess, against St. Thomas More here last week before. They came out with a 46-42 win over St. Thomas More. Matthew Morris had 5 points. He was quoted in the newspaper as saying, "I don't care how many points I have. I want to win."
As long as they win.
And he does what he can for his team. So you can bet that Coach Buss is going to put a lot of attention on Matthew Morris, probably some attention on Cooper Corneman. So defensively, the Scoopers going to have to do their best to contain those two. Katros underneath is going to be tough. Just got to put a body on someone, box him out, and again, just shoot the ball extremely well. That's Probably a recipe for a win here in Yankton.
All right, we'll see what the Scoopers can do. Coming up next on our pregame show, we're going to talk about the SoDak 16. The Class AA girls basketball tournament is set after last night's SoDak 16, and the SoDak Class A boys bracket is out as well. We're going to talk about those coming up next on the pregame show, being brought to you tonight by Quick Mart Sturgis Subs. At Quick Mart Sturgis Subs in Sturgis, they appreciate their loyal customers. They know you have a lot of options and are happy that you choose to do business with them. Quick Mart won't ask you to join a rewards program. They don't need your zip code or phone number when you check out. They aren't corporate. They just try to offer competitive prices with no gimmicks. Their longtime employees and cashiers know you by name and look forward to seeing you when you stop in on your way to work or on your way to the next basketball game or wrestling match. They hope to see you again soon at Quick Mart Sturgis Subs, locally owned and operated at the corner of Junction Avenue and Ballpark Road in Sturgis.
The Sturgis Area Chamber of Commerce will be hosting the ever-popular Community Showcase and Health Fair on Monday, March 16th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Sturgis Community Center. Area nonprofits and health organizations will have information available and be there to answer your questions. There'll also be a chili and soup cook-off with
Your country favorites can be heard on the Big 81 KBHB. You're listening to the Sturgis Scoopers on the home of Sturgis Scooper Sports. The Big 81 KBHB Sturgis. And now online at kbhbradio.com.
Tonight's pregame report is being brought to you by Quick Mart Sturgis Subs, proud sponsor of the Player of the Week Award. This week's Player of the Week is Sarah Jans of the Sturgis Scooper girls basketball team. We select a new Player of the Week every Monday, and Player of the Week receives a certificate and a free 6-inch sub from Sturgis Subs.
That's what we should have brought. We should have brought with us some Sturgis Subs,
Sturgis Subs for the road.
I am hungry right now.
Absolutely. The Class AA girls basketball SoDak 16 took place last night. Just one West River team will go to the state tournament. That is Rapid City Stevens. They picked up a 66-46 win over Watertown last night. So Stevens heads into the state tournament. They do not give new seed numbers. So Stevens will keep that number 2 seed. First in this tournament for Rapid City Stevens will be Brandon Valley. The number 7 seed ended the season for Aberdeen Central last night, 52-45. One of the close games last night. So Rapid City Stevens girls will play Brandon Valley first in the state tournament. On the other side of the bracket, it will be number 3 Sioux Falls Lincoln. They ended the season for the Spearfish Lady Spartans, 66-28. And Sioux Falls Washington, the 6th seed, defeated Mitchell, 65-48. So Lincoln plays Washington in the first round at the girls tournament. On the top end of the bracket, the number 1 seed, Sioux Falls O'Gorman, rolled over Douglas as we figured they would last night, 70-19. That one was over by halftime last night. And then Sioux Falls Roosevelt had the only upset, and it wasn't much of an upset. They're the number 9 seed. They beat the number 8 seed Huron, 62-50. So O'Gorman plays Roosevelt first round of the girls state tournament. And on the other side of the bracket, number 4 Harrisburg picked up the win over Pierre, 57-40. They will play number 5 the Yankton Gazelles. The Yankton Gazelles won right here in their building last night, 44-26 over Rapid City Central. How did our picks go for the dark horses? Not well, did they?
Not well, and that's not surprising because so much can happen in March. March Madness, they call it that for a reason, and nothing crazy happened. Just that 9 beating an 8. And speaking of that, right now in Rapid City, number 9 Rapid City Central boys are lead. Well, this is actually in Sioux Falls. Number 9 Rapid City Central leading number 8 Sioux Falls Lincoln, 23-20 at the half. Brandon Valley, number 7 seed in Class Boys AA. They lead number 10 Aberdeen Central, 25-18 at the half. And one team has punched their ticket to the state tournament.
Sioux Falls, Washington picked up the 69-47 win over Spearfish. That game started at 3 o'clock Mountain Time, 4 o'clock Central, and it's over already. So Washington is the first boys team to get in to the state tournament. So Class A boys tournament for the SoDak 16 is set as well. And as we figured, those St. Thomas More boys, number 1 seed will play number 16 Clark Willow Lake in first round action of the SoDak 16 for Class A boys. And that game will be on March 10th. In fact, all the SoDak 16 for the Class A boys will be on March the 10th. Here's how the rest of the bracket looked. Number 2 Sioux Valley will take on number 15 Parker. Number 3, Sioux Falls Christian gets number 14 Millbank. Number 4, Crow Creek gets number 13 Custer. So the Custer boys get into the SoDak 16. Number 9, Red Cloud. That is a team Terry and I are kind of rooting for it. I'd love to see Red Cloud to get into the state tournament this year. They'll take on number 8 Madison in the SoDak 16. Number 10 Vermilion will take on number 7 Del Rapids. Here's another team that we didn't get to see this year, but played Red Cloud down to the wire. That's number 11 Pine Ridge. They will take on number 6 Tiaspé Xena, who's creeped into the SoDak 16. And number 10 Dakota Valley will take on Mobridge Pollock, the 12th seed. So that's the SoDak 16 for the State A boys. Some very different teams in there this year. Tiaspé Xena among them, and Mobridge Pollock in there as well. So that's going to be interesting.
It should be, yeah. And Red Cloud, like you said, we're kind of rooting for them. Just seeing them play one time, an exciting,
fun to watch.
Exciting team. And the winter girls for the girls Class A, they're still number 1 in their seed points. So we'll see how far the winter girls can make it in the state tournament, defending state champions.
Yep, winter girls are number 2 seed. They'll go into the SoDak 16 for the girls. Guess who's number 1?
St. Thomas
Coach
More.
Scanlon and his St. Thomas More Lady Cavaliers. They'll get Tri-Valley in the first round. Winner will take on Redfield. Lennox has Miller. Red Cloud, the number 6 seed, will take on T-Area. That's going to be a tough one for Red Cloud. Crow Creek will take on Hill City, so those Hill City Rangers are in there in the SoDak 16. These are girls, by the way. Am I right, or am I talking boys here? These are girls. Yes, this is the girls bracket. Hamlin will take on Mount Vernon Plankinton. McCook Central Montrose has Aberdeen Roncalli, and Flandreau will play West Central. So that's the Class A girls SoDak 16 bracket. And, of course, next weekend, don't forget, there's just one tournament, and I believe it is the Class B girls tournament, if I'm not mistaken. I'm checking that here. It is. Yes, it is. And the Faith Lady Longhorns punch their ticket. They'll play next weekend against Howard in the first round. That'll be a 1:45 Mountain Time game. You should go up and watch the Faith Lady Longhorns. The State B girls tournament is in Spearfish this year at the Young Center.
Yeah, one of my high school classmates has a daughter that plays for Faith. So, I'd like to see that. Definitely. One thing to point out here, the Scooper boys and the coaches all wearing Team DeShock T-shirts in support of Ethan DeShock, who underwent surgery for cancer here. It seems like everything's going well from what I hear with Ethan.
He's my neighbor up above me on Hillside Drive, and we wish him well. He looked good when we seen him the other day. So
the coaches have the T-shirts and the players, and good to see that support here with the Scooper boys and the Scooper basketball teams. They love Ethan DeShock.
We all love Ethan DeShock. He was a former coach for the Sturgis Scooper boys. Followed him out to the state tournament when he took the boys there back during his tenure as the Sturgis Scooper boys basketball coach. All right, we're closing in on the introduction of our starting lineups here tonight. But first, a reminder about good sportsmanship tonight and a salute to tonight's officiating crew. The law on the court tonight being brought to you by the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
Have you had questions about security freezes, credit cards, student loans, buying a car, durable medical supplies, elder abuse, travel, etc.? If so, request a copy of the newly printed South Dakota Consumer Handbook, provided by the South Dakota Office of Attorney General, Division of Consumer Protection. Contact them at 1-800-300-1986 or by emailing consumerhelp@statesd.us to request your copy. They're here to help you.
Tonight's Law on the Court being brought to you by the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division. Well, ahead here at Yankton High School, they'll have the playing of our national anthem. Of course, the introduction of the starting lineups. Onto the floor, we'll bring you the starting lineups from up here in the Crow's Nest at Yankton High School. But up first, we're going to step aside. We're going to meet the Sturgis Scooper boys basketball team. Meet the Scooper boys is being brought to you for this SoDak 16 game by Sturgis CrossFit Flex Fitness.
If your New Year's resolution is to get fit in 2020, Flex Fitness and Sturgis CrossFit offer everything you need to get in your best shape ever, and all under one roof. Whether you're looking for a personal trainer, fitness classes, or a great space to work out, you'll find it here. Stop in for a free tour and see for yourself how they can help you achieve your fitness goals in the new year. That's Flex Fitness and Sturgis CrossFit, 948 Pineview Drive in Sturgis, or visit them online at flexfitclub.com and sturgiscrossfit.com.
It's time to meet the Sturgis Cooper boys basketball team, brought to you by Quick Mart Sturgis Subs. Don't go to a Scooper game thirsty or hungry. Stop in and grab your favorite beverage or hot, delicious sub. Supporting the Scoopers and all they do, Quick Mart Sturgis Subs. Now, let's meet the Sturgis Cooper boys basketball team.
Josh Fowler, number 4, senior, and I play the 2.
Gabe Legner, number 11, senior.
Ryder Ladner, number 45, senior.
Dandon Graham, number 13, junior.
Hayden Phillips, number 3, junior.
Remington Sankey, I'm number 5 and I'm a junior.
Thor Sundstrom, number 2, 2021.
I'm David, number 14, class 2021.
Marcus Myrick, number 23, 2020.
Zach Sean, number 34, class of 2020.
Carson Pancratz, class of 2022, number 30.
Connor Korth, number 12, class of 2020.
I was out in the open season with this fishing pole. I hooked a 30-footer.
Come on, Gramps.
It took 5 men to get in the boat, I tell you.
If I'm going to listen to any more of this, we better go to Arby's and get the real big fillet. They're 2 for $6.
A meaty cut of Alaskan whitefish, caught wild and served hot with tangy tartar sauce and iceberg lettuce on a delicious toasted sesame bun. Get 2 real big fish fillets for $6 today.
Box, did I ever tell you about the time at deer camp?
Yeah, you did.
Arby's. We have the ocean meats.
The home of Sturgis Cooper Sports, the Big 81, KBHB.
Bringing you your starting lineups tonight, being brought to you by the Caring Eye Doctors at Northern Hills Eye Care. And here's how the Sturgis Scoopers will go for their starting line. Well, let's get to the away team, the Yankton Bucks, first here, like we usually do. We'll start with number 3, Trevor Fitzgerald. He's a 6-foot guard and forward, and he is a junior. Number 5, Aiden Thieser. He's a 6-foot guard and forward. He is a junior. Number 11, Cooper Corneman, 6'2", senior guard. Number 32, Matthew Moores. He's probably going to end up breaking some state records before he graduates
he
next
already
year.
has.
6'7", junior forward. And number 35, Hunter Kotras, a 6'10", senior, and he is their big center, wearing number 35 for the Yankton Bucks. Head coach is Chris Haynes, and the assistant coaches for the Yankton Bucks, Jason Savy, Grant Rolfs, Tyler Slate, and Matt Decker. All right, here's how the Scoopers will go tonight as they get introduced out onto the floor, and not really getting too much out of the ordinary here for the Scoopers. Of course, the big 2, Marcus Myrick, number 23, and number 45, Ryder Ladner on the floor for the Sturgis Scoopers, along with 34, Zach Sean, and Gabe Legner, number 11, along with Josh Fowler, number 4. Our starting lineup tonight for the Sturgis Scoopers, whose head coach is Darius Buss. We had hoped to catch up with Coach Buss after the Rapid City Central game on Monday night, and he just got caught up in the locker room. I think he was a little disappointed with his Scoopers loss to Rapid City Central, and we just didn't get a chance to talk to him. Didn't get a chance to talk to him today, but we'll try and catch up with him here later in the week and wrap up the season if the Scoopers lose tonight.
He says he may try to make it up to us up here, and we're in one end of the gym. It's a little tough to find us. So hopefully he can find the right door to get up here. But Yankton, probably one of the tougher schedules in South Dakota basketball. Just 4 losses, 16-4 on the season. Lost to their rival O'Gorman. They lost to Huron. Kind of an unusual loss to Watertown, and then they lost to an out-of-state team during a tournament, Houston, Tennessee. So other than that, they had a couple of losses. I think one of the broadcasters up here said that loss to Watertown was kind of an anomaly. They said that the team was focused on getting Moore's the Class AA scoring title. Matthew Moore set that this year. He's the leader, all-time boys leader for Class AA, so they kind of forgot to play that game. They just
forgot to play basketball.
So Watertown upset them by a point, and this was a few weeks ago, and it kind of shocked us too. We thought, whoa, Watertown with the win, but Yankton Coach Chris Haynes not happy about that loss, but hey, it happens sometimes. These are kids.
Yep.
I mean, they're not machines, they're not robots, they're high school kids, so trying to keep them focused sometimes is a challenge.
All right, let's set up this Yankton High School gymnasium for you here. Carrie and I are in the top right corner here in the Crow's Nest, right in between our 2 good friends from KVHT and KYNT, who are the Yankton hometown radio stations. Of course, they welcomed us in with open arms. We're the Sturgis hometown radio station. the voice of the Sturgis Scoopers for 20 years. We're glad to be here. A big YHS for Yankton High School in the middle of the floor. A gazelle on the far end to represent the girls basketball team. A buck right below us in the black paint to represent the boys basketball team. And they even have two mascots here tonight with the Yankton cheerleaders. One's a gazelle, of course, and one is a buck. It's got to have both mascots.
All about equality.
That's right. They've got both bucks here. And the Scoopers are in their away black uniforms tonight. White numbers. Yankton is in home white with red numbers. Scoopers will start with the basket right below us here in the press box. And for Terry and I, this is kind of a bad place to be, only because this reminds us of Sioux Falls O'Gorman. We were in the same location at O'Gorman when we lost in double overtime.
Hey, don't say that word.
Yankton wins the opening tip, and we'll start with the basketball. Matthew Moore is up top with it, feeds it to Korneman.
Oh, good
now
defense.
Kotras, and then Scoopers are going to get a steal here to start things off.
Yeah, they tried to feed it inside to Matthew Moores on a back door. Good defense by the Scoops.
Myrick brings it up for the Scoopers. He works it left side of the floor. Feeds it into the corner where Josh Fowler is up top. Ladner thought about three. Now he pulls it back. He's going to give it to Myrick.
Very physical play on the inside.
Myrick up top, goes to Zach Sean. Sean with the basketball, goes to the left corner, long three on the way. That will not go. And the rebound pulled down by guess who? Number 32, Matthew Moores. He will have a lot of those boards, I reckon, for the Yankton Bucks. Moores finds an opening and drives and dunks it. Slam dunks it home, Moores.
He went right down the lane past 5 Scoopers and dunked it to the delight of the home crowd.
And the Bucks lead 2-0. Myrick brings this up for the Scoopers. Scoopers got to keep with pace here with the Yankton Bucks if they want any chance, and they almost turn it over. I think they will keep it here. That's out of bounds off Yankton.
Yeah, good thought by Myrick trying to get a backdoor pass into Zach Sean, but a couple of Bucks in the way to deflect that one out of bounds.
So the inbounds will come into Fowler on the right wing. Up top, Ladner for three for the lead. That will not go. Battling for the rebound. It comes into the hands of number 5, Fieser, and Fieser will swing this one up to Korneman, and Korneman will bring this up for the Yankton Bucks. Feed it left side. That's in the deep left corner now. Now up top into the hands of Coach Rose for 2. Got it.
Left him all alone.
Yep,
I think
can't
that's
do that.
Probably by design. They're focusing on Matthew Moores and Korneman left. Coach Rose opened, and that was an easy 10-footer for him.
Myrick will dribble this up, and he's got lots of pressure from Fieser here. He throws it away into the hands of Moores, and Moores feeds it up ahead, and Korneman lays it up and in.
Timeout, Scoopers.
Yep, the Scoopers cannot let Yankton get off to a big lead here. I don't know if they will be able to come back from it. So a quick 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. And it looks like we have a new player checking in, number 10, Terry, and I don't have his number off the top of my head here.
Yeah, that's Gavin Leitenberg checking in for, he's a freshman for Coach Buss. Talk about getting thrown into the fire pit right away. And
yeah.
Gavin Leitenberg, a really good ball handler, and probably someone to help handle that pressure. Some full court pressure right now from Yankton, just trying to create some turnovers. And they did on that last possession. The possession before, Scoopers lucky to get away without one. But boy, that Matthew Morris dunk really
got the crowd going.
Boy, trying to set the tone early. But yeah, Gavin Leitenberg in there to run the point for the Scoops.
So 6-0, and the young Leitenberg will bring this up the floor for the Scoopers. He picked up his dribble. Can't do that. That's a mistake there. And David Anderson is in as well for the Sturgis Scoopers. That goes into the deep corner here to Ryder Ladner. And now to Leitenberg. Leitenberg swings it into the right corner. Back up top to Leitenberg. And Leitenberg with the basketball goes back corner to Ladner. Ladner looking for an opening, loses it. It's picked up by Fitzgerald, yes, and then up ahead to Moores, who lays it up and in.
8 straight points for Yankton to start off this ball game.
And they lead 8-0, and the Scoopers have got to get a bucket here. And Leitenberg up top. Sean wants 3, and that will not go down, and no rebounds available for the Scoopers. Kotros with the rebound. Flings it out ahead to Korneman, and we have a call here as Korneman was about ready to find his way inside.
Josh Fowler got in his way, just trying to stop that penetration down the lane.
Not a bad foul, Ben, for Fowler to stop that one quickly here. Morris steps back, lets one fly, and that one won't go. Almost a tip in for Fieser. Scoopers finally pull down the rebound. Anderson flings it out to Leitenberg. Scoopers have got to get a bucket here. Nice pass down to Sean. Sean kicks it out. Ladner for three will not go. Scoopers can't buy a basket here early, and this is when they need them. Fieser will dribble this up down the left side of the floor for the Bucks. Right side it goes Korneman. Korneman steps back, pulls the trigger, swish! Nothing but net for Korneman. He's got 4.
Yankton has only missed 1 shot. They are 5 for 6 shooting.
And they lead 10-0 with 4:35 to go in the first quarter. Leitenberg with the basketball for the Scoopers. He's got some nice dribble out there. We're going to see this kid coming up here in the ranks for Coach Buss.
Well, I'm surprised we haven't seen him earlier in the year.
And he finds a way inside, puts it
got
up,
his own rebound.
Got his own rebound, but missed it. Leitenberg upset at himself that he missed that one, but boy, he put a nice move on. And a traveling here on Morse. He turns it over. That's his first turnover tonight.
Boy, that was almost a nice putback by Gavin Leitenberg. Gutsy move. That Gavin Leitenberg, only about 5'7". You're right. He's not even on the varsity roster here for the Scoops. But
brought him up. Yep.
Brought him up.
And he's going to sit down here. Leitner comes back in. Myrick will bring this up the floor. David Anderson in tow. And he'll feed it into the corner to Ladner. Ladner up top to Anderson. Scoopers have got to get a bucket here, down 10-0. Myrick feeds it to Sandon Graham, who's also checked in. Now to Ladner. Ladner's going to work at top of the three-point arc here. And down to 14 on the shot clock for the Scoopers. Now Myrick. Myrick looking for an opening. There's nothing for him here. He's guarded well.
Sandon
down to Graham. Yep, puts it up, and Graham can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by number 4, Rugby Ryken, who's checked in. And he feeds it up ahead, and a wide-open layup. And that there is number 13, Michael Moores, who's also checked into the game for the Bucks. 2 Moores on this Yankton squad, and they take it away. And look out, here comes the alley-oop dunk by Matthew Moores. Oh, my. And that's what makes this Yankton Bucks team so great.
Yeah, Rugby Ryken with the alley-oop pass. I would have called Ryken for a travel before that pass, but they're not going to do that here in front of this Yankton crowd.
No, not at this Yankton home floor.
Massive alley-oop dunk by Matthew Morris here in the first.
Quick timeout here on the floor. We'll take one as well on the Big 81.
When you do your grocery shopping, you like to go where you can get fresh meat and produce, low prices, and friendly service. You'll find it all at Lynn's Dakota Mart in Sturgis. Their meat department has your meat cut fresh daily, a great selection of quality garden fresh produce, a bakery and deli that offers products that are made fresh every day. Their customer service offers money orders, faxes, and many more services. Plus, you'll get service with a smile and help out with your groceries if you'd like. Lynn's really is your hometown store. That's Lynn's Dakota Mart in Sturgis, the better choice.
All right, back at Yankton, and the crowd is into it now as Morris has 2 dunks already on these Scoopers. Myrick is in trouble. He picked up his dribble. He's lucky to get that up to Josh Fowler. That ball's tipped in the air, taken away again, and they feed it up ahead to number 11, Korneman, and then Korneman loses it. Scoopers get a lucky break here, and they get it back. Josh Fowler with the dribble. Works it down into the corner, into the paint to Sandon Graham. Graham is there, nowhere to go, so he feeds it back up top to Myrick. Myrick will control for the Scoopers. They have got to score here, down 14-0 with 2:50 to go opening quarter. Josh Fowler now on the right corner. Back ball comes up. That was tipped. Yep. David Anderson gets it to Myrick on the left side. Myrick drives, puts it up. Good. Marcus Myrick finally gets the Scoopers on the scoreboard here, down 14-2.
Scoopers 1 for 8 shooting so far in this first quarter.
And just think, if they would have had 3 or 4 of those 3-pointers, this game would be a lot different right now. Ball up top. Korneman for 3. That will not go. Another rebound for the Bucks, though. Ryken thought about 3. Feeds it to Morris. Morris puts up the shot, left it short. Josh Fowler with the rebound. Myrick will bring this up. See if the Scoopers can take advantage of the missed Yankton shot here. They will need to score almost every time they come down the floor. Ladner up top to Sandon Graham. Graham goes to Myrick. Myrick on the left wing here. He's going to come up top near the H for YHS in the middle of the floor.
He's got to shoot it.
He's going to pop the 3 here, and that one went around the rim and out. Battling for the rebound. David Anderson is outmatched down there as number 13, Michael Moores. Pulls it down, feeds it up ahead to Korneman down the left side of the floor. Kornman, nice pass down low, and then they'll kick it outside and right through the hands of Moores. Michael Moores loses that one. A turnover, a rare turnover for the Yankton Bucks.
Yeah, 4 turnovers apiece for Sturgis and for Yankton. Yankton, pretty high-tempo offense and just a little keyed up right now. I think maybe those Moores dunks got even the players keyed up a bit.
Leitenberg is right back out there for Coach Buss, and I commend him for that because he started off pretty nice here. Xander Graham gets the pass down the left side of the floor, feeds it up top to Leitenberg. Leitenberg, nice move here. On the left side now, on the left wing. Picks up his dribble.
Yeah, dangerous.
Picks it up top to Zach Sean. Sean will give to Ladner.
Keep that dribble alive.
Yeah, don't stop, especially when you're out there in that trap zone. Leitenberg now up top. Now he gets trapped again and gets it right side to
3
Josh
seconds
Fowler.
on the shot clock.
Yeah, got to get a shot off here, and they don't say, well, they took it away anyway. Reichen with the steal, and Reichen feeds it out to Fieser. Fieser goes to Moores. Moores steps back.
Wide
nice
open.
pass down low. Up, and that will not go. And another rebound, and a now three-pointer for the Bucks. Good for Reichen. And that's why this Yankton team is the best in the state right now. They're proving it here on the floor. They're strong on both sides of the floor.
Scoopers defensively playing a zone defense, and Yankton finding those seams behind the zone, and they're throwing some backcourt and some backdoor passes, just getting wide open. The Scoopers got to get tight defensively.
17-2 with 38 seconds left in the quarter. Leitenberg gets it to Fowler, who just about traveled. Goes corner. Ladner needs the three. Got it.
Good soft touch by Ryder Ladner.
Give him three. 17-5. Fieser will bring this up for the Bucks with 22 seconds left in the quarter, and I imagine Yankton will play for the final shot.
They've only missed 3 shots this quarter. Scoopers got to get some defensive stops. Scoopers in man-to-man defense now.
Reichen will swing it right side to Moores. That's Michael Moores. Now up top to Fieser. And a call here. In fact, for the first time now tonight, Matthew Moore's not on the floor.
Second foul on Josh Fowler. Just 2 team fouls on Sturgis, none on Yankton. Very, very clean first quarter. Yankton, though, I mean, typical ESD, Eastern South Dakota basketball, very physical. A lot of handsy defense, but they let them get away with it.
Up top's number 21, Dylan Horn, who checked in for Moores, and that's got to be a carry. Yep, number 4, Rugby Reichen gets called for the carry, and that'll be a turnover on the Bucks.
Yeah, pretty blatant carry.
2.6 seconds left in the quarter, so the Scoopers will have time to catch and maybe get a shot off here. I don't even know if they'll do that. Leitenberg will get one off, and nope, not quite. So that's the way the first quarter ends. It is Yankton 17 and the Sturgis Scoopers 5. They're going to have to play comeback here against the red-hot Yankton Bucks.
Castellage Real Estate is a full-time real estate company licensed in South Dakota. They offer their company services to a broad field of prospective clients, including in-state and out-of-state companies and individuals, both looking to purchase or sell real estate. They're ready to visit with you and answer all of your auction and real estate questions. So give them a call, 605-347-5110, and talk to Jerry or Ryan, or stop by their office at 1951 Junction Avenue in Sturgis. They're professional, they're honest, they're a family-owned business. Castile Auction and Real Estate of Sturgis. Rock and Tree Floral and Garden Center in Sturgis, the place to go when you need gifts and flowers for birthdays, anniversaries, and thank yous. Rock and Tree also carries the full line of Willow Tree Angels, gifts for all occasions, and McCall's Country Candles. Save 25% off the candle of the month. Stop by this week and see what's new at Rock and Tree Floral and Garden Center, right across from the Sturgis Community Center on Lozelle Street, open 7 days a week.
You're listening to Sturgis Scooper Basketball on KBHB Sturgis.
Underway in the second quarter, 17-5 lead for the Bucks. Scoopers with the basketball. Ryder Ladner picks it up on the right wing. Now goes back to that right corner. Myrick loses the basketball, has to pick it back up. Back up top it goes into the hands of Marcus Myrick. Myrick with the dribble. Up top finds Zach Sean. And Sean gets it to Ladner. Ladner is still with the dribble there. And the Scoopers down to 5 to shoot here. Leitenberg up top. Scoopers got to get a shot off. Sean does, but it's blocked. And it ain't going to matter anyway. That's going to be a shot clock violation. And Yankton will get it back. So it'll be number 11, Cooper Corneman, bringing this up the floor. Morris is back out there to start the second quarter for the Bucks. They go to him. Down low, he's double teamed.
Nice
finds
pass.
it wide open. Jaden Kroll for two, and Kroll, he just put right off the glass and in.
A beautiful pass by Matthew Morris.
19-5, Yankton. Minute gone by here in the second quarter. And to come up top, they'll get it to Leitenberg. Leitenberg will work here left side of the floor. And Morris calculated that pass, and he slams it home again. And Matthew Morris has 3 dunks now of his 8 on the Scoopers tonight.
Yeah, we talked about the Scooper girls getting an education. Well, young Gavin Leitenberg getting one here in Yankton. You cannot pick your dribble up, and you can't make telegraph passes.
Ball goes to Graham, and a foul is called on Yankton for the first time tonight. First personal foul on a Yankton player.
I'll tell you, though, what an education for Gavin Leitenberg to be out there as a freshman here in this SoDak 16 ball game for Coach Buss. He can definitely see Gavin, the future point guard for the Scoops.
Looks like they gave that one to Reichetta. That'll be his first for the Yankton Bucks. First team foul as well.
Not the future point guard, the present point guard.
That's right.
And nobody coming to the basketball.
Legner's got to get this in. He finally gets it in to Leitenberg. And I like the way that he dribbles. He's got a very nice, controlled dribble. And he had that poked out, though, by Jaden Kroll. There's a scramble for it. Leitenberg will push it out to Zach Sean.
They got to reset that. No, they don't.
No, they don't. Scoopers will not get a reset on the shot clock. Yep. Ball goes to Legner. Legner having all kinds of trouble. That ball's on the floor. And Corneman and Legner, who will each wear number 11. And they're going to give the foul here this time on Corneman, I think. Or they say travel, okay.
Yeah, that sequence really chaotic for the referees to keep track of. Not sure how they made that call. A few fouls in there that could have easily been called, but so far this game extremely clean from the foul perspective.
21-5 Yankton, 6:09 to play, and we have a call here before we can even get this in bounds, and this is going to go on Sturgis. Was it 5 seconds? It was a push on the Scoopers. Yep.
That's Josh Fowler's third. Josh smiling over at Coach Buss. He's going to take a seat for a little bit here. Thor Sundstrom going to come in for Josh Fowler. But
like Sankey will come in, number 5.
Sankey, yep. But Josh, he plays hard in this. He does not want this to be his last game talking to mom and dad out in the lobby, and they want this career to continue. Tough one here, though.
Matthew Moores, and Moores got away, and he dunks it again, his 4th dunk. He's given the Scoopers an education, just like you said, 23-5 now in favor of Yankton. Myrick picks up his dribble, and he goes to Sankey. Sankey up top to Anderson. Anderson goes Myrick.
10 points for Matthew Morris.
Feeds it to Zach Sean. Sean, ball above his head here, goes to Sankey. Sankey goes from left to right on the floor. And Sankey will work it to the right side again.
With this Yankton defense active.
Boy, they're just smothering him. Yep.
Zach Sean's got to put it up against Coach Rose.
He got it. Good move by Zach Sean.
You know what? I think that's probably where they're going to have their most success, like you said pregame.
I agree.
Get down in that post, make Coach Rose play you.
Corneman puts it up, left it short, tips it back up, still won't go. Battling for the rebound again, another shot, and that is Corneman who put it back in there. Scoopers could not get the rebound. They were amongst the trees down there. Myrick will bring this up 25-7 in favor of Yankton. Ball goes to Sankey. Sankey up top to Myrick, and Myrick will work this right to left on the floor. And puts on a nice move here. Dumps it out. Open.
Nice
Legner will shoot the 3 and way overshot that one. And a rebound pulled down by number 11, Corneman. And Corneman will bring this up for the Bucks. Feeds it to Moores. Moores missed that one badly. He did get knocked to the floor. No call. Myrick has that one stolen away momentarily by Fitzgerald, but I don't think he was able to hang on to it. So Sturgis will get it back. Ladner coming back in. 23, Jaden Kroll coming back in for Yankton. 35, Hunter Kotros will check out. And so will number 5, Aiden Fieser.
Yeah, Morris, as we said, 10 points. He's 5 for 8 from the field, 4 dunks in this first half.
And there's an inbounds pass that goes awry on the Scoopers. It's taken away and put up by Cooper Corneman on the other end as Yankton is on the receiving end of that one, and Coach Buss will have to call a timeout here again.
He's laying into some of his players because that ball tipped and nobody
went after it.
Nobody went for it. Nobody aggressive to get that loose ball.
27-7 is the score. We take a 30-second timeout. 20-point lead now for Yankton. 4:24 to go, second quarter.
At Northern Hills Eye Care, they know how important your eye health is and the positive effect good vision has on the learning process. Always offering eye care on the cutting edge, they have the most advanced technology available in eye care today. Their full optical lab features state-of-the-art finishing equipment for eyeglass lenses, so they can provide you with great eyeglass quality and fast service too. For comprehensive vision and eye health care for all ages, see the caring eye doctors at Northern Hills Eye Care in Sturgis, or visit their website at northernhillseye.com.
This is Sturgis Scooper Basketball on KBHB Sturgis.
So 27-7, a 20-point lead now for the Yankton Bucks. It is their biggest lead of the day.
Yeah, Scoopers just 10 shot attempts that first quarter. So far, just 2 shot attempts in this second quarter.
Boy, and Anderson and Myrick are having a heck of a time getting this up the floor, and they do with a second to spare.
They can't even get near the bucket. This Yankton Buck defense is smothering.
Ball goes to Anderson up top, down low to Sean, and Sean has it stripped, and a foul is called. And that is on the Yankton Bucks. See if they're going to say Sean was shooting. I think they did going to give him that, and Sean will get a shoot a pair here.
Cooper Corneman with the foul on the arm on Zach Sean.
That'll be his first. And
you got the roll.
Got it. Got the shooter's roll.
Yeah, Zach, another one of the seniors here on the Scooper Ball Club, 58% free throw shooter, averaging about 7 points a game for Coach Buss.
I think Sean touched every part of the rim on that one. That one he missed, though, and Morris didn't even have to jump to pull down that rebound. It came right into his hands. He will feed it to Corneman, and back come Yankton. Up top, it goes to Fitzgerald, then feed it right side to Michael Moores. And then Corneman with the basketball, and then up top once again, number 3, Fitzgerald, right side. Cross court they go. Up top it goes 23, Crawl, and he'll kick it back out. This is the longest we've seen Yankton take to shoot it so far in the game. Corneman puts up the shot with 3 on the shot clock. That misses the rim. And Scoopers pull down the rebound. Ladner gets it to Myrick. And Myrick will bring this up across the half-court line for the Scoopers. Work it right side of the floor. Up top it goes to Zach Sean. Sean, that ball's tipped and out of bounds off Yankton. Sean was looking for someone to penetrate down there. Yankton was calculating that pass. Last time Scoopers inbounded here deep underneath. They threw it away. They get it in bounds this time to Ladner. Up top to Sankey. And Sankey will go to Marcus Myrick. Myrick working.
He's going to get called with a carry here shortly, too, I think.
Yep, he's got it. Puts it up and got it. Nice shot by Marcus Myrick.
He had to work hard for that bucket, though. 4 points for Marcus Myrick.
27-10 in favor of Yankton. And the ball goes to 13, Michael Moores. Moores up top, three-pointer, Crawl, good.
Boy, wide open. Again, probably by design because they're trying to focus on Kotros and Matthew Moores down on the block.
So Myrick will bring this up. It's back up to a 20-point lead after the Scoopers cut it down to 17.
Nice backdoor
Zach
cut.
Sean, though, couldn't hang on to it. He had to kick it back out to Sankey. And Myrick gets double-teamed right away up at the top, so he feeds it to Sean. Sean goes Sankey again. Yeah, there is nothing down low for the Scoopers here. Ladner will feed it to Myrick. All this upside.
6 seconds.
Yeah, but it's taken by Moores. Moores is going to dunk it again. Here he goes. Yep.
Wow.
One-handed slam dunk for Matthew Moores.
He picked Marcus Myrick's pocket, took it down right in front of the student section of Yankton and just slammed it.
32-10 in favor of Yankton. Ladner picks up his dribble, gets it to Myrick on the left wing. And Myrick will shoot from three-point range, will not go down. Morris with another easy rebound, and Matthew Morris will dribble this up for the Bucks. Moores will go D1 when he graduates, I'm hearing. And that one hits the bottom of the backboard by Kroll, but he does get fouled.
Yeah, he's already committed to the University of Wisconsin, and he committed early in his junior year. I'm almost thinking the summer before his junior year. Just feels like it's a good fit for him there at Wisconsin, a really good program.
A very good program, basketball, yes.
I think they're pretty happy to have young Matthew Moores on their upcoming squad.
First free throw goes down for Kroll. That is the first made free throw and the first attempted free throw by Yankton tonight. 33-10 they now lead with 1:30 remaining in the second quarter. So Kroll will get one more free throw here. Some quick substitutions for the Yankton Bucks. That one will go down as well. And Kroll drops that one home. And it's 34-10. Now their biggest lead is 24.
Yeah, Moore's still in the ball game. He's averaging about 20 points a game for Coach Haynes. He's got 12 so far.
And it will be Leitenberg bringing this up for the Scoopers. Now up top to David Anderson. Anderson will go to Leitenberg. Leitenberg pass down low to Graham. And
nice.
Reverse shot by Ladner, and he got it.
Nice pass by Sandon Graham to find an open Ryder Ladner under the bucket.
34-12 in favor of Yankton. Matthew Moores on the right side here.
You know, he's got 5 dunks, but he doesn't have a 3 yet, Gary.
There's a three-pointer by his teammate, though, Dylan Horn. He was all alone. There wasn't a player there, and when you're wide open like that, why not?
Being a little facetious there.
Ladner for 3. Ladner returns the favor as Ladner drops in a 3.
8 points for the senior.
37-15 is the score. Right side, faking to 3. 21, Dylan Horn kicks it back up top into the hands of Teaser, and Kotros is there, and he got it.
Yeah. So big, hard to guard.
Hunter Kotros has 4.
6'10" senior.
And 22 seconds left in the second quarter.
Gavin Leitenberg.
Leitenberg lost that one, stripped from behind. The ball's picked up by number 5, Fieser, and now Yankton can play for the final shot of the half if they wish. Down to 10 seconds. Down to 8 seconds. Yankton crowd is counting him down here, and they drop it down low to Kotros. He missed it. Yep, he missed it. Rebound, Leitenberg at the buzzer. Will throw one up, and it's way short. But at the half, Yankton is in charge here, and they'll go into the halftime locker room enjoying a 39-15 lead over the Sturgis Scoopers in this Class AA SoDak 16 game. We're back in 3 minutes for the halftime report being brought to you tonight by Arby's of Sturgis.
Rock and Tree Floral and Garden Center, Sturgis, the place to go when you need gifts and flowers for birthdays, anniversaries, and thank yous. Rock and Tree also carries the full line of Willow Tree Angels, gifts for all occasions, and McCall's Country Candles. Save 25% off the candle of the month. Stop by this week and see what's new at Rock and Tree Floral and Garden Center, right across from the Sturgis Community Center on Lozelle Street, open 7 days a week.
If your New Year's resolution is to get fit in 2020, Flex Fitness and Sturgis CrossFit offer everything you need to get in your best shape ever, and all under one roof. Whether you're looking for a personal trainer, fitness classes, or a great space to work out, you'll find it here. Stop in for a free tour and see for yourself how they can help you achieve your fitness goals in the new year. That's Flex Fitness and Sturgis CrossFit, 948 Pineview Drive in Sturgis, or visit them online at flexfitclub.com and sturgiscrossfit.com.
Okay, here are 5 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a high school sport.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline, sportsmanship, and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages and fewer disciplinary problems.
Number 3.
High school sports help fight teen obesity and substance abuse.
Here's number 4.
High school sports provide wholesome, constructive after-school activity, perfect for today's families.
And number 5.
And high school sports are safer than ever before. Injury surveillance and research, better equipment, and the continuing education programs for coaches provided by state and national athletic associations have made high school sports safer than ever before.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Castillo Longshore Real Estate is a full-time real estate company licensed in South Dakota. They offer their company services to a broad field of prospective clients, including in-state and out-of-state companies and individuals, both looking to purchase or sell real estate. They're ready to visit with you and answer all of your auction and real estate questions. So give them a call, 605-347-5110, and talk to Jerry or Ryan, or stop by their office at 1951 Junction Avenue in Sturgis. They're professional, they're honest, they're a family-owned business. Castillo Auction and Real Estate of Sturgis.
You're listening to the Sturgis Scoopers on the home of Sturgis Scooper Sports. The Big 81, KBHB Sturgis. And now online at kbhbradio.com.
Welcome back into the halftime report, and it is being brought to you tonight by Arby's of Sturgis. And your halftime score, it's Yankton 39 and Sturgis 15. Sturgis had a much better second quarter in the fact they at least got 10 points in. They doubled their output in the first quarter, but Yankton so far has just been unstoppable. Led by Matthew Morris, 12 points here in the first half, and 4 dunks, I think. Was it 4 or 5? He's got 5 dunks. So I missed a dunk there. Well, I was trying to erase that on my memory, but Terry,
10 of his 12 points on dunks. That's a pretty high percentage right there.
All right, you got our first half stats. Go ahead.
I do, sir. Scoopers led in scoring by Ryder Ladner. He has 8 points in that first half. 4 for Marcus Myrick, 3 for Zach Shawn. Scoopers didn't get up a lot of shots in that second quarter, just 7. They were 4 of 7, though. They shot the ball well, but just didn't get up enough. Scoopers first half, 6 of 17 from the field, 35%. 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 50%. 9 turnovers. It's about half their season average. Got to credit Yankton's pressure defense for those turnovers. 5 rebounds. Scoopers really got out-rebounded bad in that first half. Yankton, 15 rebounds in that first half, 4 of those offensive. Yankton led in scoring by, who else? Matthew Morris, 12 points, 8 for Cooper Corneman. They're 2 big guns, and that's who Coach Buss is focusing on, but pretty hard to stop a runaway locomotive train, and that's what those 2 young men are. 7 for Jaden Krall. Jaden Krall averages for the season 5 points a game, and he has 7. So, again, these Yankton players, if Moores or Corneman is guarded, they'll pick up the slack. Hunter Kotros, 4 points for the Yankton Bucks. They were 17 of 26 shooting. Get this, 65% shooting in that first half. That's what happens when you get 5 dunks and a bunch of bunnies. 100% from the free throw line, 2 for 2, just 6 turnovers, and I said 15 rebounds, 4 of those on the offensive end. Yankton outscored the Scoopers 22-10 in that second quarter and lead at halftime 39-15.
All right, more halftime report coming up. You're listening to Sturgis Scooper Basketball on the Big 81.
You may not realize how important 3 letters can be. For a patient who needs type A, B, or O blood, these letters can mean life, but there simply aren't enough people giving blood. Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs it, but only about 3% of the population donates. Without more donors, hospitals may not have the blood needed to save lives. That's why the American Red Cross needs people to help restore the A's, B's, and O's that are depleting each day. When you make your appointment to donate blood at redcrossblood.org/missing types, you can help give strength to kids, parents, and grandparents who face life and death challenges. From cancer patients to accident survivors waiting for critical surgeries, your generosity can give someone more life. Don't wait until the letters A, B, and O are missing from hospital shelves. You are the missing type patients need. Visit redcrossblood.org/missing types or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to make your donation appointment today.
The Loud American, along with Budweiser, present Dustin Evans and Good Times. Live in concert, Friday, March 13th at the Loud American in Sturgis. Dustin Evans and special guest Third Rail bring the party to Sturgis March 13th live on the Jack Daniels stage. One night.
Advance tickets available at the Loud American or purchase online at loudamericanroadhouse.com.
Dustin Evans Live. Produced by Home Slice.
Welcome back into Yankton High School. Well, let's see what's happening in the SoDak 16. And I told you my dark horse was going to win, and they did.
Rapid City Central, they punched their ticket to state. They beat Sioux Falls Lincoln in Sioux Falls this afternoon, 52-48. They joined Sioux Falls Washington, who beat Spearfish 69-47. That's a final. O'Gorman and Watertown. O'Gorman leads Watertown at the half, 46-26. Douglas and Huron, a little closer than I thought, coming up on halftime. Huron leads Douglas 29-18. And a final, the defending champion Brandon Valley Lynx. They punched their ticket to state. A close one. That was my upset special.
Yep.
They beat Aberdeen Central. Brandon Valley wins. They go to state 52-48. Brandon Valley looking to repeat as state champs, but the way this Yankton Bucks team played in this first half, brother, wow, that was a clinic for sure. I was talking to ESPN colleague over here, and he said they haven't seen a half of basketball like that this season in this building this year.
That just shows how tough these Yankton Bucks are. All right, we're about ready to wrap up our halftime report from the news department this morning. I see that they had another grass fire out on the western side of the state today, and this comes with the very warm and dry conditions today. The New Underwood Fire Department reported that that fire was at the intersection of 160th Avenue and East Highway 44. Firefighters observed a wind-driven fire burning in cured grass under red flag conditions. They requested some additional help from Pennington and Custer counties. The fire threatened infrastructure. It did cause some damage to some ranching assets out there. They were able to control it, though, so it is under control this evening. But it did burn 162 acres. There were no injuries reported. So that's just the latest fire that we've had. And we've got some pictures here. We'll get those up on the website as soon as we can on the news department side. So, again, they had another grass fire. It's 2 days in a row now we've had grass fires. So please be careful out there, folks. This dry weather has really dried things up here on the western side of the state. Here, Terry and I are on the eastern side of the state where there's water everywhere. But you get out there on the western side, it's a little dry with the weather we've had for the past week. So thank you to those firefighters who knocked down that fire in the New Underwood area today. But they did lose 162 acres, and some ranching assets also got damaged there. So glad to hear those fire crews were able to get a handle on that grass fire. Please be careful out there, folks. It sounds like we are going to get some moisture, not much, on Monday, and then it's going to get dry again. So we could be in for a little bit of a dry spell here,
which is
on
hard
the
to
western
believe.
Side of the state. Yeah,
I mean, everything's pretty much melted off out in the hills. There's a little bit of snow pockets here and there, so kind of surprised to see a grass fire today.
So please be careful out there, folks, and thank you to those firefighters for knocking that fire down. All right, we are getting ready to get underway here in the second half, third quarter about ready to start. And the Yankton Bucks now are just 2 quarters away from punching their ticket to another state tournament run here. The Sturgis Scoopers, it's been a while since they've gone to the state tournament, but they're going to have to come back from behind here against a red-hot Yankton Buck team here if they want to get a ticket to the state tournament in 2 weeks down in Sioux Falls.
Scoopers just put up 17 shots in that first half. They were 10 in the first quarter, 7 in the second. Yankton made 17 shots in that first half.
Feeser up top to Moores as we are underway here, third quarter. Yankton with the possession. It'll down low to Kotras. Kotras will kick it up top, faking the three. It's number 5, Feeser, and Feeser will feed it to number 11, Korneman. Korneman will put up the 2-point jumper. That will not go. Rebound, Myrick. And back come the Scoopers. So, good defense to start for the Sturgis Scoopers as the opening shot is off the mark. And that hasn't happened much for Yankton in this game so far. They have made just about everything they shot. Sean for a big three. Got it. Zach Sean for 3.
They're going to have to take every open shot they get.
Yeah.
Just putting up 7 in that second quarter, just not going to get it done. So they got to pop them.
39-18. And a travel on number 35, Kotros, and he'll turn it over back to the Scoopers. So let's see if the Scoopers can go on a nice little run here to start the third quarter.
Yeah, Zach Sean, 6'3", 6'4". He's handling Hunter Kotros pretty well at 6'10".
All right, Scoopers will bring this up. Myrick, picked up his dribble, double team, dangerous pass. He got it to Fowler. Fowler to Anderson, and Anderson traveled. I like it when they can get Anderson down there. If they can get him open, David can crash those boards.
He can jump. Took a little shuffle step as he caught that pass and caught with the travel.
So Quarterman will bring this up. He'll go into the hands of Trevor Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald will kick it into that left corner for the Yankton Bucks. They're in the basket right below us now in the crow's nest. And it'll be Quarterman. Quarterman puts it up one-handed off the glass. Good. And Quarterman has double figures now. He's 10. Myrick will dribble this up, 41-18 in favor of the Bucks. And he'll get it into the hands of David Anderson, up top to Myrick. And Myrick with the dribble here for the Sturgis Scoopers. Works it left side of the floor.
Nice.
Drops it down to Anderson. There it is. Catch and miss for Anderson. I thought he was going to get that one. He put it off the glass like he was supposed to, and it rolled off the front of the rim. And they feed it down low. Kick it out corner, back up top to Matthew Moores.
They're going to double him, but he takes it right past David Anderson, finds the open man.
And then they get it into the hands of Fitzgerald, who couldn't hang on. Fitzgerald dropped the ball, had to go back for it.
Cornerman.
Feed it into the corner. Cornerman for three, will not go down. Nice rebound by Fieser and saves it for the Bucks for another possession. Here comes Moores. Look out. He'll flip it up there and get fouled in the process. And they're going to call this one, I think, on Moores, the offensive foul.
Whoa. Did not see that.
See if they put his name up there. Indeed, Matthew Moores gets the foul, and he was just as surprised as the Yankton faithful were here.
Coach Haynes not protesting it, but I didn't see it from up here.
Myrick up top to Anderson. Anderson will give back to Myrick. Myrick with the dribble for the Scoopers, still at the top of the three-point arc here. Nowhere to go. He has to go left side. Ladner, NBA three. Swish.
Drained it.
Third three-pointer of the night for Ryder Ladner.
Scoopers, 6 points in this quarter.
And they cut it to 20, 41-21. Ball goes down low into the hands of Kotras. Kotras will pick up his dribble, and he'll kick it out to Fieser, and Fieser drives in. Nothing there. Back to Kotras. Up top, it ends up in the hands of Cornerman. Cornerman has Moores down low. He's double teamed. Look at David Anderson and Myra keep him there. Kotras for an easy two. Yep, he was wide open.
You know, and they have to leave somebody open when they're triple teaming Matthew Moores.
Yep.
And if they knock him down, they're tough to beat.
Myrick goes to David Anderson. Anderson will go to Myrick. Myrick on the left side comes up top now, the three-point arc, looking for an opening. Not there. About ready to lose the dribble. Picks it up. Gets it to Ladner. Ladner, another three. Yes, sir.
Ryder Ladner having a game. Second three-pointer of this quarter.
43-24, Yankton. Ladner has cut it below 20 for the first time in a while. Moores takes a bump here from David Anderson. I'm not sure if that was the foul, though. Well, it is. I didn't think it was, but it was. So Anderson has his first. And Fitzgerald will inbound for the Bucks. Cornerman checks out. That was number 11 there. That was Cooper. Yeah, you're right, Cornerman.
Way too easy.
Kotras is the one who checked out for the Bucks.
Cornerman just took the baseline and no Scooper near him. Just
nobody
an
there.
Easy lay-in.
Anderson will put this one up and in. Anderson's first points of the night.
Good, strong drive to the hoop by David Anderson. He's got to do more of that.
45-26. Ball goes into the hands of 23, Krall. And then down low to Moores. Moores will pop out towards the three-point line here and then feed it to his teammate Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald up top to Fieser, and Fieser back left side. Back up top to Moores. Moores will shoot the three. Swish. He made that look easy, didn't he?
25 feet away from Matthew Moores.
Moores' first three-pointer of the game to make it 48-26.
He's done it all. He's the only thing I don't have is an offensive rebound for him.
Myrick. They haven't needed one. That's why.
65% shooting. That's correct.
Myrick right to left on the floor here. Now he's back to his right.
Picked his dribble up. Dangerous.
And he's in that dangerous area there in that top right corner, and he got it to Fowler, and then back to Myrick. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Scoopers have got to get something going here. Myrick will step back, nowhere to shoot. Ladner has 1 second. He got it off at the buzzer and missed it. And the rebound off Yankton goes out of bounds, and the Scoopers are going to get it back. 48-26. Yankton by 22 with 2:45 remaining here in the third quarter. Myrick will throw this in for the Scoopers. Into Ladner, catch and shoot three. Left that one short, but a rebound by Anderson. He puts it back up and in. David Anderson with two.
Good, strong rebound by David Anderson on that air ball by Ryder Ladner.
So Quarterman will bring this up the floor for the Yankton Bucks into the hands of Fieser. Fieser now goes corner to 23 Kroll, and then back to Matthew Moores. Moores feeds it down low. Into the hands of 5, Fieser. Kick it out, open three. Off the front of the rim for number 4, Reichen. Scoopers with the rebound. And Myrick will bring this up with 2:10 remaining. In the third quarter, Myrick right side of the wing here. And, he led David Anderson way too far, and it goes out of bounds. Coach Buss not happy about that. He knows they need every possession here to be points.
David's got the springs to get that, too. Yeah. He's got the jumping ability. I just don't think he was quite ready for it. That pass came, and David, it looked like he wanted to jump, but just couldn't get off his feet in time.
Quarterman brings this up. Feeds it right wing to Kroll. Kroll up top. Three-pointer is off the mark for 13. Michael Moores, who's entered the game for the Yankton Bucks. Both Moores boys are out there. Michael and Matthew. And Leichenberg is in for the Scoopers. The freshman in a battle here. His biggest battle of the year for sure. And Sankey threw that one right too. The Yankton Bucks. Up the floor comes Quarterman. Quarterman picks up his dribble. Feeds it to Moores. And Moores, triple team, and still scores. And he's fouled.
Oh, what a move. They just sucked the defense in. They thought that Moores was going to pass it up top to somebody up top. All he did was spin to his right and just got wide open underneath. And then got fouled. So Moores, as big as he is, extremely quick.
Myrick with the personal foul for the Scoopers, and he misses the free throw, and there's the rebound by 23 Kroll, and Moores again heads to the hole, and he slams it home.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, this is the Matthew Moores we thought we'd see at Stanley County, and we didn't. We didn't see anything like that. Not like what we're seeing here tonight. He is having a game.
We hope that they may overlook Sturgis, but they are on a mission. I mean, this ball team is they're on their way to the state tournament with 1:10 left in the third. I mean, the Scoopers are going to have to pull out a miracle to end this game and with a win, but Matthew Moores, monster dunk. I think that's number 6 on this ball game.
So Moores is probably one of the best players that we have seen here in South Dakota in quite a few years, and this kid could really turn out to be something here as he heads to the University of Wisconsin. Yeah, and not for another year yet. This kid's coming back next year. He's just a junior.
Still got a year. Yep. I mean, this team is got a couple of seniors. Cooper Korneman, he'll be a big loss to him. Dylan Horn, who's got a little bit of playing time, but Hunter Kotros. But they've got some up-and-comers, too. We heard their 8th grade team has not lost a game their entire middle school career, and that doesn't mean a lot when you get to the varsity level, but they have quite the tradition here at Yankton, and the Scoopers playing much better in this third quarter, but they got their hands full with Moores, who's going to sit down for a little bit here.
We'll see Matthew Moores play again next year, for crying out loud.
Moores with 19 so far here through the third quarter.
Inbounds to Leichenberg for the Scoopers. He will work this left side of the floor for Sturgis. Pop a long three, and that's off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Matthew Moores. And Moores will give to Fieser. Fieser will go to 21, Dylan Horn. And up top to Reichen. And up top it goes to Horn once again. Horn with the two-pointer. That went halfway down and came out. And the Scoopers with the rebound. And Myrick will bring this up. He'll give it to Leichenberg. Leichenberg with the dribble here at the top. Feeds it to Latner. Latner finds an opening, drives, puts it up, and missed it. Battling for his rebound. Not going to catch up to it. And Reichen will bring this up for the Bucks. And way up it comes with 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Now back up top, and it looks like they might play for the final shot of the quarter with 16 seconds on the shot clock is off. That is the game clock. That's now down to 10. Ball will go to Kroll. And Kroll picks up his dribble. And driving, nice dump, and that will not go. 23, Jaden Kroll ends up with the basketball, and gets fouled. So number 23 will head to the free throw line. He is the only Yankton Buck to shoot free throws I have so far. He's 2 for 2.
And I've got him at 42% free throw shooting for the season. So perfect from the free throw line. That doesn't look like a 42% shooter to me.
He's perfect 3 for 3 so far, but everything has gone right for this Yankton Buck team tonight. They look like they're looking like why they're the number 1 seed here tonight.
You know, the final score back in January, Yankton beat Sturgis 58-29. Right now it's 53-28. We're about to start the fourth quarter.
That one will go down as well. He's a perfect 4 for 4 with 2 seconds left. Scoopers will get a shot off at the buzzer and not even close. So at the end of 3, Yankton is now just 8 minutes away from a state tournament berth as they lead the Scoopers 54-28. Back to Yankton in 16. At Quick Mart, Sturgis Subs in Sturgis, they appreciate their loyal customers. They know you have a lot of options and are happy that you choose to do business with them. Quick Mart won't ask you to join a rewards program. They don't need your zip code or phone number when you check out. They aren't corporate. They just try to offer competitive prices with no gimmicks. Their longtime employees and cashiers know you by name and look forward to seeing you when you stop in on your way to work or on your way to the next basketball game or wrestling match. They hope to see you again soon at Quick Mart Sturgis Subs, locally owned and operated at the corner of Junction Avenue and Ballpark Road in Sturgis.
Rock Country Floral and Garden Center in Sturgis, the place to go when you need gifts and flowers for birthdays, anniversaries, and thank yous. Rock Country also carries the full line of Willow Tree Angels, gifts for all occasions, and McCall's Country Candles. Save 25% off the candle of the month. Stop by this week and see what's new at Rock Country Floral and Garden Center, right across from the Sturgis Community Center on Lozelle Street. Open 7 days a week.
Sturgis Super Sports, heard on the Big 81, KBHB.
Getting ready to start the fourth quarter, and we are underway.
Connor Korth with a three-pointer, nailed it.
Set out a text here up to our good friends.
Top of the key three-pointer for the senior Connor Korth. Good to see him getting the scorebooks tonight. See his mom out in the crowd.
And that makes it 54-31 in favor of Yankton as we're underway in the fourth quarter here. And they'll swing it into the right corner to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald drives it. Oh, he put an elbow to Leidenberg, and he's going to get caught with that one, I think. Yep, that's going to give it back to the Scoopers. Plus, he traveled. Yep.
And Trevor Fitzgerald, a 6-foot junior for Coach Chris Haynes. Good to see Gavin Leidenberg getting a lot of time here at the point in this ball game. Haven't seen him play this much this season for the varsity, but we've seen him on the JV.
Leidenberg swings at left corner. 3-4 Korth, and that one's off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Kotras, who's back into the game. And quickly down the floor, we'll have a call here, and this might go on the Scoopers here, and this will send number 11, Cooper Korneman, to the free throw line. This is going to be before the shot. So
Korneman averaging 15 a game, 77% free throw shooter, but like you said, before the shot.
Yep. So Yankton will just inbound the basketball.
An offensive foul.
Yep, they're going to give this one right back to the Scoopers.
Illegal screen. Number 23 with the foul there, Jaden Krall, his first foul.
And I think that is the first illegal screen on the Bucks tonight.
It is. Been a very clean game. Just 14 fouls for the Scoops, 2 for Yankton in this half.
Lightberg will dribble this up for the Scoopers. He was going to give the foul, and now he goes right side to Zach Sean. And Sean left side, now back up top, Lightberg. Lightberg rotates down to the left wing here as Sean up top. And he'll replace Sean up top.
Three-pointer.
And shoot the three. Lightberg, that will not go. Be battling for the rebound. That is number 35, Kotros, coming down with it.
Didn't even have to jump.
No, Korneman drives the lane, puts it up, and will not go. Got his tip, but that will not go. Almost had the putback, and that ball out of bounds off the Bucks. So back to the Scoopers. And Ryder Latner will check back in. Sandin Graham will check out. Leitenberg checks out as well. Well, this might be a good sign. We'll see Leitenberg, a big part of Coach Buss's team next year.
You know, and that's what they really need is a point guard like him who can run the point, penetrate, dish the ball, make shots when he needs to, and he's not scared to get in there amongst the trees.
Latner to Myrick. Myrick picks up his dribble. And long three for Ladner. Dropped it home. That's his 5th three-pointer tonight.
Ryder having a good game. 17 for Ryder Ladner.
54-34. Scoopers down by 20. And the ball goes into the hands of Korneman.
He's quick.
Yeah, he's going to drive, too, and put that one up and over. And a foul is called. See who they give this one on for the Scoopers with 5:49 remaining. And Korneman will get a shoot a pair.
As I said, a 77% free throw shooter for Coach Haynes.
Matthew Moores is not done. He's getting ready to come in here. First free throw, good. So Yankton has not missed a free throw here. So if you're interested at all in the state tournament coming up here in 2 weeks, keep an eye on this Yankton team. I'm pretty sure they're going to end up winning this thing, but
Yankton leads Douglas 34-20 at the half.
Yankton does?
Yankton does. Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Huron leads Douglas. I got Yankton on the brain right now.
Myrick will bring this up. Both free throws are good for Korneman. They have not missed one tonight. Myrick will pop a three, and left that one short. Rebound pulled down by Michael Moores. Matthew Moores is back out there. Long three-pointer for Yankton. That one's good for number 4, Rugby Riken. That's his second three-pointer of the night.
Rugby, a 5'10 freshman for the Yankton Bucks.
59-34 Yankton. 5:16 remaining. Myrick will work this inside. Lose it, and it's taken away by number 23, Jaden Krall. Krall will feed to Korneman. And Korneman will drive the lane, kick it out, corner, another three-pointer, and that's off the front of the rim. There's a rebound, put back, no, will not go. Rebound again by Yankton. 23, Krall has it. Krall will get it to Korneman. Korneman is going to put it up and get fouled. And Korneman is heading back to the charity stripe here for the Yankton Bucks.
Well, lots of offensive rebounds there on that possession. 3 of them for Yankton.
Yep.
Scoopers got to put a body on somebody and get aggressive and go after those rebounds.
Zach Shawn commits the personal foul. That is his first.
Got a score here on the end of 3. It's O'Gorman 59, Watertown 43.
First free throw. That one is good for Korneman. And the Stevens Raiders will be the final of the game to tip off tonight in the Mountain Time Zone. They will just get underway here in just a couple of minutes, and they're taking on Harrisburg tonight. We've seen the Tiger bus, Terry and I, down the interstate.
We did.
As we were headed out today, as Korneman drops in his second one.
16 points for Cooper Korneman as he takes a seat on the bench. Cooper averages about 15 a game, so 16 as he sits down.
61-34. Scoopers will bring it up. Marcus Myrick down low to Ladner. Ladner will go to the rim here, and he'll get fouled, and he'll shoot a pair, it looks like.
Good strong move by Ryder Ladner. Matthew Moores went up for the block. He wasn't called for the foul, though. I guess they gave the foul to number 5, Aiden Thieser. Ryder, 75% from the charity stripe this season for the Scoops.
He has to shoot it right in front of the Yankton crowd. He makes his first one. It doesn't bother him at all. Scoopers 2 for 3 overall from the line. They have not been there much. Zach Shawn 1 for 2.
No, neither team. Cooper Korneman with 4 free throws in this quarter. But yeah, it's been a pretty clean game in that respect.
61-35 is the score. Yankton on top here, 4:38 remaining. Second one goes down as well, so Ladner goes 2 for 2 from the line. And Matthew Moores brings this up. And he'll pick up his dribble, feed it left corner. And coming into the paint and putting it up one-handed will not go for 23. Jaden Krall, and the Scoopers with the rebound. Myrick will bring it up the floor for the Scoopers. Myrick, one-handed floater. That won't go. Rebound by Rugby Riken. Riken feeds it up to Michael Moores, who lays it up and in for the Yankton Bucks.
Come on, Michael, your brother dunks it.
he don't quite have the height, I don't think.
You need to throw one down, brother. He's 6'4".
Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 63-36 in favor of the Bucks. 4:05 remaining. At Quick Mart Sturgis Subs in Sturgis, they appreciate their loyal customers. They know you have a lot of options and are happy that you choose to do business with them. Quick Mart won't ask you to join a rewards program. They don't need your zip code or phone number when you check out. They aren't corporate. They just try to offer competitive prices with no gimmicks. Their longtime employees and cashiers know you by name and look forward to seeing you when you stop in on your way to work or on your way to the next basketball game or wrestling match. They hope to see you again soon at Quick Mart Sturgis Subs, locally owned and operated at the corner of Junction Avenue and Ballpark Road in Sturgis. Back out of the timeout, Scoopers will bring this up, and Latner is going to get stripped of the basketball. No foul is called. He was in the paint. Reichen brings this up for the Bucks. Feeds it up ahead to Jaden Kroll, and they'll swing it here left side. And now up top and into the hands of Jaden Kroll. Kroll goes corner to Reichen. Reichen around the top of the arc. And now to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald will go to 23, Kroll, and then back up top to Reichen. Reichen drives. We have a foul up way up here before he even got into the paint area. And the push on the Scoopers will be the 7th team. It's on Ladner as first.
Yeah, Rugby Reichen, just a freshman, as we said earlier, very, very quick. And he got Ryder Ladner moving one way, and he was on his way to pay dirt, but Ryder had to put some hands on him to stop him.
Oh, Reichen misses the free throw. That's the first missed free throw of the night for Yankton of a 1-1, and the Scoopers are there for the rebound. Myrick will bring this up with 3:16 to play. Myrick will swing it right side to Josh Fowler. And Fowler up top to Sean. Sean goes left side to Myrick. Myrick up top to Legner. Legner has the ball stripped and taken away by Trevor Fitzgerald. And Fitzgerald brings it up the floor for the Yankton Bucks. Into the hands of Jaden Kroll. And now left side to Feezer. Feezer with the drive between two defenders. Puts it up. Missed it. Rebound Myrick. Nice rebound Myrick too. Upper head to Fowler. And Fowler goes cross court, finds Legner. Legner puts it up, loses it. He didn't get fouled, evidently. Feezer feeds it up ahead to Fitzgerald. And we're going to have some reserves coming in here, and you can hear the Yankton faithful love it. The Yankton student section glad to see these reserve players get ready to come in here. Ball goes left corner, long three, will not go. Rebound, Zach Shaw. And they may have to call a timeout to get him in, though, the way this is going. 2:12 left to play. And the Scooper reserves will be coming in as well here momentarily. Legner, cross court.
Josh Fowler, he needs a bucket.
And he's going to put it up, and a foul is called. And let's see who they give this one to. It's going to be on Yankton, I do believe.
Josh's first shot
blocking
attempt.
Foul, yep.
Senior here, and like I said, we talked to mom and dad out in the lobby, and the brother, his older brother, who Josh famously said about his football career. He goes, I said, what are your goals for the season? All I want to do is beat my brother's statistics. And Josh had a great football season, and he makes his first free throw.
And in come the reserves for the Yankton Bucks, and they get a standing ovation.
Yeah, and I know it's an emotional time for the senior parents of the Scoopers as we're down to the last 2 minutes of their high school careers. So, yeah, we'll see a little bit of salty tears dropping out, which is good because, I mean, these kids played their hearts out tonight.
Fowler misses his second free throw, and reserves in for both teams here now. So we'll see if we can catch up on who's in here. Ball comes up to 14. Cody Oswald. He'll feed it to Max Robb. And then Max Robb will give to Joe Goki. That's a fun one to say. Up top it goes to Prouty for three, and Prouty misses that one. Battling for the rebound, Caden Phillips picks it up. Nice pass to Fowler, and Fowler got the shot, and he's fouled.
Love it. Josh went up and initiated that contact, and he winks at Caden Phillips as he heads to the free throw line, but great finish by Josh Fowler.
So he has a chance at a three-point play here. And
3 points. Yeah.
Scoopers will bring in a couple more players here. And Connor Korth is going to check out.
3 quick points for Josh. His season average just over a point.
Missed that free throw, though. And chasing down the rebound is Dylan Prouty. And back come the Bucks with 1:30 remaining. And they lead 63-39. Ball goes up top and now into the hands of Goki. Goki will work it left corner. Ends into the hands of Caden Lohman. Lolleman will swing it up top to Max Robb. This Yankton Buck team, very patient.
6 seconds on the shot clock.
Yep, got to put up one here.
Maybe too patient.
Maybe a little too patient. They may not see it. They got it off at the buzzer and will not go. Battling for the rebound, and in transition, we have a call. They're going to get a couple of players in here. That's interesting. They don't usually stop play like that. Oh, that's because Fowler's got an injury. He was limping.
Oh, shoot.
Yep. That's why they stop play. Because they won't usually stop play like that. Fowler got hurt. He may have twisted an ankle there.
Can't tell what the injury is.
Yeah.
I think, he was coming to the bench. He's in some pain.
Yep. So they'll get him out of there with 46 seconds left here in this one.
May have stepped on a foot.
Yep.
Jake Vleem, down low.
Oh, got it stripped. Yep, he sure did. And back come the Yank into the hands of Goki. And Goki up top finds Lolleman.
30 seconds left in this ball game.
Yep.
Nice backdoor cut.
Yankton will be cutting the nets down here as they get ready for a berth to the state tournament. 2 weeks in Sioux Falls.
About a 4-second differential between shot clock and game clock, so they'll have to put one up here.
And number 2, Lolleman, will do just that, and he got it. Caden Lolleman with the 2-pointer.
5 seconds left. Scoopers bringing the ball down.
Yep, they'll probably dribble this one out.
Owen Cass.
That's the buzzer. We'll leave it short, and your final is Yankton 65. And the Sturgis Scoopers 39. The Yankton Bucks have earned themselves a trip as the top seed in the Class AA boys basketball tournament, 18, 19, and 20 of this month in Sioux Falls this year. All right, we'll wrap up the season for the Sturgis Scoopers on your post-game report. That's coming up in 3 minutes. You're listening to Sturgis Scooper Basketball on the home of Sturgis Scooper Sports, KBHB.
When you do your grocery shopping, you like to go where you can get fresh meat and produce, low prices, and friendly service. You'll find it all at Lynn's Dakota Mart in Sturgis. Their meat department has your meat cut fresh daily, a great selection of quality garden fresh produce, a bakery and deli that offers products that are made fresh every day. Their customer service offers money orders, faxes, and many more services. Plus, you'll get service with a smile and help out with your groceries if you'd like. Lynn's really is your hometown store. That's Lynn's Dakota Mart in Sturgis, the better choice. Castillon Real Estate is a full-time real estate company licensed in South Dakota. They offer their company services to a broad field of prospective clients, including in-state and out-of-state companies and individuals, both looking to purchase or sell real estate. They're ready to visit with you and answer all of your auction and real estate questions. So give them a call, 605-347-5110, and talk to Jerry or Ryan, or stop by their office at 1951 Junction Avenue in Sturgis. They're professional. They're honest. They're a family-owned business. Castile Auction and Real Estate of Sturgis.
At Northern Hills Eye Care, they know how important your eye health is and the positive effect good vision has on the learning process. Always offering eye care on the cutting edge, they have the most advanced technology available in eye care today. Their full optical lab features state-of-the-art finishing equipment for eyeglass lenses, so they can provide you with great eyeglass quality and fast service too. For comprehensive vision and eye health care for all ages, see the caring eye doctors at Northern Hills Eye Care in Sturgis, or visit their website at northernhillseye.com.
Rock Tree Floral and Garden Center in Sturgis, the place to go when you need gifts and flowers for birthdays, anniversaries, and thank yous. Rock Tree also carries the full line of Willow Tree Angels, gifts for all occasions, and McCall's Country Candles. Save 25% off the candle of the month. Stop by this week and see what's new at Rock Tree Floral and Garden Center, right across from the Sturgis Community Center on Lozelle Street, open 7 days a week.
From time to time, parents occasionally ask,
is it safe for my children to participate in high school sports?
A better question might be,
is it safe for my children not to participate in high school sports?
Statistics show that teenagers are likely to be healthier and stay healthier as adults if they play a sport in high school. Participating in a high school sport builds and maintains strong bones, muscles, and joints. High school athletes are also more likely to develop good eating habits. High school athletes not only have stronger bodies, their self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-discipline are strengthened too. So insightful parents aren't asking,
Is it safe for my children to participate in high school sports?
instead they're asking.
Hey, what time is the game tonight?
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I was out in the open season with this fishing pole. I hooked a 30-footer.
Come on, Gramps.
It took 5 men to get in the boat, I tell you.
If I'm going to listen to any more of this, we better go to Arby's and get the real big fillet. They're 2 for $6.
A meaty cut of Alaskan whitefish, caught wild and served hot with tangy tartar sauce and iceberg lettuce on a delicious toasted sesame bun. Get 2 real big fish fillets for $6 today.
Box, did I ever tell you about the time at deer camp?
Yeah, you did.
Arby's, we have the ocean meats.
It's time for the Sturgis Cooper post-game report, being brought to you tonight by Arby's of Sturgis. At Arby's, we have the meats. Arby's of Sturgis off I-90's exit 32 in the Big D Plaza. Welcome back into Yankton High School, everyone, and our post-game report being brought to you tonight by Arby's of Sturgis, and we're going to wrap up the Sturgis Cooper basketball season as the Scoopers fall short of the state tournament again this year. They fall to top-seeded Yankton, and the Yankton Bucks definitely tonight showed why they're the number 1 seed. They put it all together in almost perfect fashion here tonight. I can't think of very many blemishes on this Yankton team.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we were catching up with they were trying to get the Yankton coaches coming up here for our Yankton stations here.
Oh, okay.
And, I think we got into that little conversation there. Anyway, 65-39. All right, the Yankton Bucks are headed to the state tournament. They'll be the number 1 seed. You don't lose the seed you've got in the SoDak 16 as you head to the state tournament. You won't lose the seed you've got put in the SoDak 16. So Yankton will keep the number 1 seed. They'll take on the number 9 seed, Rapid City Central. So Rapid City Central has just earned themselves the dubious honor of opening the state tournament against the Yankton Bucks in the 2 weeks. All right, let's talk about this one here, Terry. Terrible first quarter, 17-5. We said the Scoopers, they could not play catch-up here tonight. There was no way they were going to catch Yankton. So, unfortunately, just that 5-point first quarter hurt them. They played a much better second quarter. They doubled the output, scored 13 in the third, but by then I think the damage was done.
Yeah, the third quarter they came out much, much better, but this Yankton Bucks team on a mission. We'll start with the Scoopers statistics. Their final game of the season, the seniors, Ryder Ladner goes out with a bang, 19 points, 5 3-pointers, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Did you have him for 19?
I had him for 19, Matthew Morris.
Ryder Ladner.
6 ducks. Oh, Ryder Ladner. I had Ladner with 19, yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
And 5 3-pointers tonight.
5 3-pointers. Yep. 6 points for Zach Shawn. 4 points apiece for Sandon Graham and David Anderson. David Anderson and Marcus Myrick with 4 apiece. 3 apiece for Josh Fowler, and Connor Korth hit a 3-pointer in that fourth quarter. Scoopers, 35% shooting from the field, 14 of 39, 57% from the free throw line, 4 of 7, 16 turnovers, 13 rebounds for the Scoopers. The Yankton Bucks, led by Matthew Moores, 6 dunks, 19 points, 4 rebounds for Matthew Moores. Led in scoring also by Cooper Corneman with 16, 9 for Jaden Krall, 6 apiece for Rugby Riken and Hunter Kotros. Yankton shot the lights out like we thought, 47% shooting from the field. A little down from that first half, 65% in the first half, and 47% overall, 25 of 53. Free throws, 8 of 9, just about perfect, 88%. 9 turnovers for Yankton, 30 rebounds, 9 of those on the offensive side. Yankton making a statement with this win as they head off into the state tournament. They beat the Scoopers 65-39.
All right, so Matthew Moore scores 19. He has 6 dunks I got on the Scoopers tonight.
Yep.
So this boy Well, let's not call him a boy anymore. This man is primed and ready for University of Wisconsin. And here's the crazy thing. Some people think he's a senior. Not true. This kid's got another year to play yet in the Yankton Buck uniform.
Yeah, just 17 years old, and he's, what do you call him, a man-child, I guess? I mean, he's young, but he's very seasoned. Yankton, when they won their state title in 2018, it was their first state title as a school in 40 years. And last year, kind of an upset when O'Gorman beat them in the semifinals. And we mentioned the name Sioux Falls O'Gorman here. One of these fellow broadcasters up here from the Yankton station said, "Don't say O'Gorman in this gym, please." It still stings. And I think this Yankton team, they made a statement here tonight with this win. And, they're tough. It is a really different brand of basketball.
There we go. I think we just got knocked off there. But anyway, taking a look at this Yankton team next year is going to be pretty potent as well. They have 3 seniors on this squad is all. So they'll lose Cooper Korneman, Dylan Horn, and Hunter Cotro. So this Yankton team will be just as stout next year, I think.
Korneman, 15 points a game. He's tough. He'll be a big loss to this team, but they got some youngsters coming up, and we just said that real young team, an 8th grade freshman team coming up that's good. Rugby Reichen is a freshman. He's going to be a really good point guard here for Yankton, as is Gavin Leitenberg for Sturgis. He came in and got a lot of playing time. He played all 4 quarters tonight, not the entire game, but he was in bits and pieces, and impressed with that young man as a freshman to come in this hostile environment in Yankton and to perform like he did. He looked like a pro out there. Looked like he'd been doing it all year long. Did not see any nerves from that young man. And I don't know him personally, but from what I hear, he's quite the character. He's got a good personality, so we'll get to know him well over the next couple of years.
So pictures for the Yankton Bucks being taken here at center court. We are going to step aside for one final timeout, and when we come back, we'll get ready to wrap things up on the Scooper season, and we'll check in with Coach Darius Buss. That's next on the postgame report.
I was out in the open season with this fishing pole. I hooked a 30-footer.
Come on, Gramps.
It took 5 men to get in the boat, I tell you.
If I'm going to listen to any more of this, we better go to Arby's and get the real big fillet. They're 2 for $6.
A meaty cut of Alaskan whitefish, caught wild and served hot with tangy tartar sauce and iceberg lettuce on a delicious toasted sesame bun. Get 2 real big fish fillets for $6 today.
Box, did I ever tell you about the time at deer camp?
Yeah, you did.
Arby's. We have the ocean meats.
It's time for the Sturgis Cooper post-game report, being brought to you tonight by Arby's of Sturgis. At Arby's, we have the meats. Arby's of Sturgis off I-90's exit 32 in the Big D Plaza. Welcome back into our post-game wrap-up here tonight, and we're pleased to welcome in Sturgis Cooper head coach Darius Buss as we wrap up a season here for the Scoopers. And first off, Coach, boy, this Yankton team, I guess they showed why they're the top seed with you here tonight, didn't they?
Yeah, they're pretty talented. They're well coached, and they got a lot of pieces, obviously, with Matthew, but Korneman does a good job, and the big guy, you got to guard him. He's not necessarily going to put up 20 a night, but he's going to make sure that you got to guard him. And then they got some shooters, some young kids that can shoot it, and if they make shots, they're going to be all right. But I thought our kids did a good job at times, defending them, but Morris is a load.
Yeah, he sure is, and he's headed to Division I basketball. I want to talk about the Scoopers here, Coach, and Terry and I were very pleased to see you put a freshman out there, Leitenberg, and my goodness, he's got some good ball handling skills. Is it safe to say he's an up-and-comer for your squad coming up here in the future years?
Yeah, Gavin's had a really good season just overall, and we were really pleased with what he did this year coming on, and all of those young guys, the freshmen that dressed tonight, Owen Cass, Jake Gleam, even Dyson Peterson, who is here with us tonight. Those guys really had a great season, and they progressed. I was really pleased with Gavin's performance tonight.
Wrap up the season, Coach. I know maybe it didn't quite go as you were hoping, but nonetheless, here we are. We did make the SoDak 16, albeit the 16th seed, so kind of give us a wrap-up on the season here. Your thoughts as we wrap up the season?
Well, I think the biggest thing we struggled with this year that really hurt us was we got to take care of the basketball better.
Yeah.
Turnovers was our Achilles heel this year, and we just never were able to put together a full game because of it. You look at our games throughout the year, you can even start all the way back to our Aberdeen game. Actually, you could start with our Douglas game, first game of the year.
Yeah.
Douglas, a very formidable opponent. They obviously made the tournament as well. Beat Pierre, beat some good teams. We had them down 22 points in the third quarter at one time, the first game of the year. But then, we just had a trouble turning the ball over. Then we had Aberdeen. We led Aberdeen at half and midway through the third quarter. Turnovers hurt us. We lacked the defensive focus. Pierre, we led at half. STM tied after first quarter.
Yep.
And obviously we've seen what STM can do.
That's right.
And so even the Mitchell and Yankton games, we were shorthanded, but we had just stints in those games where we did a nice job. So we just weren't consistent, and then we turned the ball over. And when you do that, if you put those things together, not very consistent, turn the ball over, and sometimes struggle rebounding, it's tough to overcome that.
Yeah.
And that's what hurt us this year. Offensively, at times, even Rapid City Central, first time we played them, we led at half, had 31 points at half, and but we just weren't consistent enough.
Yep. So now next season, you got some pretty good kids up and coming here.
Yeah.
I really like what we've got coming in next year. How about you?
Yeah, I really do. I think we have some good juniors that got some experience this year. We also, we have a couple of really decent sophomores that may not have been out here on the floor, but have shown they can really improve their game. Our freshman kids, even 8th grade wise, we got a couple really good 8th graders coming in that will be right there with, the Leitenberg kid, the Cass kid, Vleem and Dyson, and some of those others. Even, there's a kid, Cale Jolly, who, obviously he didn't get a ton of time on the out there on the C team or the JV, but I'll tell you what. Watching him in practice, he may not necessarily be the skilled scorer that some of the others are, but he's going to, over the course of time, he's a tough kid. He defends well. He's going to contribute in some way, shape, or form.
Sure.
So Slade Heller's another freshman. But we got a lot of good pieces coming back. We just got to see what we can do in the offseason to really develop our game and to get to the next level. Right now, we're at that point where, we're not quite to that level that we need to be to get to the state tournament, and we've got to get there.
And, of course, a goodbye to our seniors who's had despite the fact we're out here in the SoDak 16, have had a pretty darn good year.
Yeah, you look at a couple that stand out even tonight, Zach Schoen and Ryder Ladner. Both of those guys had a big piece of the puzzle last year on a 15-5 team, and I thought Ryder and Zach had a really nice game tonight. I thought they did. Marcus is, I felt bad for Marcus a little bit. He's playing out of position just because of necessity, and he at times he really did a nice job, but he's just playing out of position, and that's just the nature of the beast when you fight for necessity purposes. He's a better wing player than he is out there on the point and handling the ball all the time, just because he's not used to it yet. And Josh Fowler, Gabe Legner, Connor Court. Josh really, plays hard and defends, and Gabe and Connor do the best they can defending and can score a little bit at times. So we'll miss those guys, and they're all good kids. They're all quality kids, and it was a joy to coach them. We're going to miss them. But you know how it goes. Every coach now, we go back home and we'll be penciling things out for next year. You know, so
right.
I hate to say that because you want to respect those seniors and what
tough.
you have,
That's
but that's what you got to do to stay afloat in this AA class.
Coach, safe travels home.
I appreciate it. I appreciate everything you guys do, and hopefully we can be down there cutting the nets down here soon, and we'll have this interview on another end.
We'll get there.
So
I know we will. We've been there before. So thank you, Coach.
Thanks
Appreciate
a lot.
it.
Thank you for having me.
Coach Darius Buss joining us on the post-game report here, and we'll wrap things up from Yankton right after this.
Okay, here are 5 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a high school sport.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline, sportsmanship, and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages and fewer disciplinary problems.
Number 3.
High school sports help fight teen obesity and substance abuse.
Here's number 4.
High school sports provide wholesome, constructive after-school activity, perfect for today's families.
And number 5.
And high school sports are safer than ever before. Injury surveillance and research, better equipment, and the continuing education programs for coaches provided by state and national athletic associations have made high school sports safer than ever before.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, back in Yankton, we're going to get ready to wrap things up here for the Cooper season. We got a nice recap from Coach Buss and how the season went. The only thing I can say is it goes too fast. Can't believe we're done with another Cooper basketball season.
I'm looking lovingly at Gary right now, thinking, "Gosh, that went fast." But
went a fast season.
We'll be in the baseball booth here shortly.
Baseball booth at the end of March 27th, our first baseball game.
Yeah.
Mark your calendar. It's 5:00 in the evening, Sunday. St. Thomas More comes to Strong Field, and we're hoping the weather cooperates. But until then, we are wrapping up basketball here tonight, and tough loss for these seniors, but I hope they look back for some really good memories that these seniors, Josh Fowler, have had, and
most definitely
Ryder Ladner, and
most definitely,
Zach Shawn.
Yep, a great group of kids, and as Coach Buss said, it's you want to give them respect as they end a season where they had some games just like the girls that could have gone either way.
Could have gone either way.
Yeah, some losses that maybe should have been wins, but that's the way the game goes, and it's good for the young players to see that are up and coming, and like he said, some good juniors, some good freshmen, good sophomores, and we'll see how it all shakes out next fall. But, yeah, you're right. It's just crazy how fast these seasons go. And sad to see it end here in Yankton. But this Yankton team, we knew they were good. They came out tonight, and
they proved it.
They came out like a freight train down the tracks with no breaks in that first half. 65% shooting from the field in that first half. Matthew Morris with 12 in the first half, 19 overall, 6 dunks, some monster dunks.
We got to see Matthew Morris in all his glory tonight.
Yeah, he did everything.
We didn't see that much. He didn't play nearly like that back up in Stanley County. He broke out tonight against the Scoopers.
He did, and that's what the broadcasters even up here said for the stations from Yankton. They said they hadn't seen a half like this in Yankton, in this gym this season. So they're just getting tuned up for what's facing them at the state tournament. And let me see if we got some different finals coming up here. I know there's some games that were about to end. Douglas Huron, let me see if I can... 77-42 was the last score I had there. Stevens 37, Harrisburg 26. That's coming up on halftime. Roosevelt leads Mitchell 28-20 coming up on halftime. O'Gorman beat Watertown 77-48. So there's some finals here as the state AA tournament is going to be decided. I guess the seedings, the games will be decided here tonight.
The games will be decided. So O'Gorman's going, Brandon Valley's going, Rapid City Central, Yankton, and Washington all in the state tournament. Congratulations to Rapid City Central. Hopefully Stevens will make that trip to Sioux Falls here in 2 weeks. Thanks to all our sponsors who have helped make Sturgis Cooper basketball possible. Without sponsors, we can't do it, folks. So please, if you want to jump on to KBHB Sports, we'd love to have you on board. Lynn's Dakota Mart, Scott Peterson Motors started the season, Castile Auction and Real Estate, Northern Hills Eye Care, Care, CBH Co-op, Rocking Tree Floral and Garden Center, Sturgis CrossFit Flex Fitness among one of our newest sponsors. Thank you guys so much for jumping on board. Sally and the entire crew at Quick Mart Sturgis Subs couldn't do it without you. Your Mountain Dew keeps me alive. And Arby's of Sturgis, of course, off I-90's exit 32. All right, that's going to do it from Yankton. Your final tonight, 65-39. Yankton is headed to the state AA boys basketball tournament in 2 weeks. Congratulations to them. So for the final time in the basketball season, for Terry Anderson, I'm Gary Matthews. Have a good night, everyone. We'll talk to you at the end of the month as we start another great season of Sturgis Scooper Baseball. Everyone who came out to the game tonight, please drive safe as you're headed home. Aloha.
This broadcast was brought to you by KBHB Radio, its advertisers, and the member schools of the South Dakota High School Activities Association. No rebroadcast in whole or in part may be made without the written permission of KBHB Radio and the South Dakota High School Activities Association.
Partly cloudy skies tonight with lows around 45. Southwesterly winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. High temperatures reach up to 51 tomorrow. Overcast skies. Chance of snow tomorrow night. Lows dip down to about 30. Cloudy skies expected. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Monday with daytime highs approaching 50. 45. Mixed precipitation possible at times. Tuesday. And that's a look at your latest forecast on KBHB, the Big 81, from the South Dakota State Lottery Weather Center.
At Quick Mart Sturgis Subs in Sturgis, they appreciate their loyal customers. They know you have a lot of options and are happy that you choose to do business with them. Quick Mart won't ask you to join a rewards program. They don't need your zip code or phone number when you check out. They aren't corporate. They just try to offer competitive prices with no gimmicks. Their longtime employees and cashiers know you by name and look forward to seeing you when you stop in on your way to work or on your way to the next basketball game or wrestling match. They hope to see you again soon at Quick Mart Sturgis Subs, locally owned and operated at the corner of Junction Avenue and Ballpark Road in Sturgis.
The Loud American, along with Budweiser, present Dustin Evans and Good Times. Live in concert, Friday, March 13th at the Loud American in Sturgis.